How's it going today, ladies and gentlemen? It is that one guy back at it again with some more Platinum Star City, episode 35. Guys, we've been doing this for 35 episodes. Oh boy.
Uh-huh.
From where we started into the common, general, just peaceful Platinum Star City, now trekking on the open seas. It has been a campaign.
It has certainly been a campaign because it's D&D.
Fair.
And it's full of our friends.
Yeah.
So even better.
I see you guys have already claimed names to certain rooms on the lower floors.
I guess.
Yeah.
We did
I
that
didn't write
ages
those,
ago.
but
Yeah. A little more. There you go.
Oh,
Nice.
look at Goldpaw's little profile.
Yeah.
His coin.
Oh,
They gave him whiskers and cat ears. Cat fur?
Fur?
He's already had that, being a lion and all.
lion folk.
Leonin, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Aluminum.
What's that thing in the bottom right by the...
I don't know.
That is
Something
a
Sastru, I
very good
assume.
drawing
That-
of someone peeking over the edge of the shadows and waving hello. I assume they're non-threatening.
That's your first. That's your first
That's
mistake.
the Kraken.
Fair enough.
That's the Kraken.
The Kraken.
Mm-hmm.
This guy right here.
Well,
Come on.
before we get into our Rach, how's it going? Hope you're enjoying the vacation.
How dare you leave us?
Why did you leave? Why did you leave me? What bridge series is that from? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Probably AOT.
Why did you leave me? I feel like they were stranded somewhere. But Attack on Titan Abridged might be it. I'm not entirely sure.
I recognize it, and I've only ever seen Attack on Titan Abridged and Hellsing Abridged, so it's got to be one of those two.
It was not Helsing.
It was not Hellsing, no, that'd be more gruesome. Why would you leave? Was it Dragon Ball Z Abridged? Did Bulma just stranded on one of the planets? On Namek? I don't know. It's just questions for later. Nonetheless, welcome to Dungeons and Dragons. This is Platinum Star City, a world homebrew that I have enjoyed with my friends, and they've taken the story that I sent towards them and made it their own in very drastic ways. I don't know what's gonna happen. I can only write down what I assume could be happening before they then take the script, flip it over, sign their name on the book, and then throw it in the river. See what happens with it.
We're legally obligated to fuck with your campaign.
That is part
That's our
of
job.
that is part of the quest. Yes,
That's what you pay us to do.
just is not a false statement.
You get paid? I'm rooting for exposure.
If you're wondering why there's just a random floating star here, Rach is on vacation. We encourage her to enjoy her free and fun time, but her character's there, and I'm not going to get rid of the star only because if I get rid of it, I'm going to forget she had it. That's just a simple fact. So there's just going to be a floating star. You deal with it.
We love that.
Nonetheless, announcements for the channel. We've already passed the giveaway month. We're gonna be going into the 9th the next time. I don't see any changes in the future thus far, so we should have our next session uninterrupted on the 21st, and the YouTube videos have been uploading faster. I've been doing my absolute best. So, episode 34 was already up and running a good week before this session, so
Yes.
it's been going good.
Mm.
So hopefully I'll have this one up by next week so that you guys can have a week to just go over it. Or anyone who wants to catch up on the whole series, I have episodes sessions 0 through 34 currently on my YouTube channel at That One Guy Plays, which I'm also thinking of a rebrand, but we're gonna save that for another time.
Ooh.
At this point, I feel like I should just make the channel That One Guy Reacts, because I haven't uploaded any gaming content in a while, since Poppy Playtime. I mean, this does count as gaming, so once again, up in the air. No officials, but we'll see.
That one guy talks.
That one guy talks. I do that a lot, yes. As the DM, I am required to talk a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I make funny voices as well, and they somehow turn Australian or whatever. It just happens.
Yeah,
I'm not
you've
a
now
professional.
turned two of my partners in 2 separate campaigns Australian.
I don't know why I do. It just happens.
You have something against Australians?
Yeah,
It's just funny to me.
it just happens, man. I don't control this. My voice does what it wants, and I'm only here for the ride. All right. And does anyone have any announcements they want to give while we're here before we move on?
I do.
Yeah.
I have a new YouTube channel. You can follow it here. I'll paste the link.
Yes.
Feline Nomenon.
Luminominum.
Go
I
there.
do tarot readings, and I do like meditations and affirmations, and maybe other stuff soon too.
Yeah. Meditation one was nice. I was there when you posted it, and then I was in the car roving when I was listening to it, so it
That
helps.
sure is a choice.
Bad time to do that.
Yeah, it's not what you listen to.
It wasn't that bad. It was nice.
That sounds like that seems like a bad time to do that.
I didn't
Yeah,
fall
that's-
asleep.
I now know of a new warning I need to put in front of my video.
Do not do this while in motion of a vehicle.
Please do not listen while watching
the
or
close your eyes part. I didn't do that. I just did the simple breathing. All right. I didn't grab a hookah, close my eyes, put on a nightcap, and said, "I got this." All right. Any other announcements before I get contacted by my HR?
No, I think we're
back.
good.
please
I
type
have
up your
an
tax
announcement.
returns.
Welcome
No
back.
announcements. I think we're good.
All right. Then, if that's the case, did the music stop for y'all?
I don't know. I'd actually never joined the thing because I forgot.
It did stop.
It has stopped for me.
I honestly couldn't tell because I had it so
Kajaro, what do
low.
you want?
I don't know
Women.
what has been going on
All
with
right.
this. I will pre-apologize because Streamlabs has been giving me issues as of late. I don't know why. It's been giving me issues for my Sedota campaign. Mid streaming, the music will either
Hey, you
stop
don't have
or
a
not click on the
sunburn?
right
I
thing.
have a sunburn.
Hey, yeah, no sun. Let's keep the
Yeah,
sunburns to a
Rachel.
minimum. But
Wow,
no,
you went to Florida and got a sunburn?
who would have
Madness.
thunk?
That's
Nonetheless, let's go ahead and get into this episode of A Platinum Star City.
Nate, hi.
Hi.
Nate,
my God, and
we
Nate.
are too. We love
you.
that intro.
Thank you.
Ugh,
I'm still proud
don't
of
have
that
enough
intro.
desk space.
Yes,
You should be.
It's so good.
I did. Creating that was such a fun experience, and then like being able to add on to it because the first original version was just like, all right, get some PNG art, and then next I was able to actually get some animated stuff. So, thank you. I appreciate it. It was a fun time. Can't wait for campaign 2s. But in the meantime, last we left off, as our groups and companions departed from Platinum Star City, journeying across the ocean for a day before reaching the mystical wall of fog that surrounds the eastern sea. Traversing through it, getting into understandings of motivations and insight on individuals traveling with you, learning that the random Leonin that was meant to guard was actually none other than Captain Goldpaw himself, came to a shock. What?
Shock. I couldn't imagine.
No, you knew beforehand, though. I texted you separately.
I know.
Gosh, I sent you a DM.
Look at the DM.
The DM gets a DM.
Oh, I have actual cards. I have actual things as well. So you
I heard
can.
cards. Oh my god, it's gonna be
Ooh.
the deck of many things.
You don't know. Anyway, we'll see how this goes. It's all good. It'll work. But as confrontations towards the Empress, a statement of treating Captain Goldpaw better, even if he is no longer of an enforcer and having to do servitudes for a deal that he had made. And left before the Empress could really even reply. Tensions were getting high and heated. During the actual embrace into the fogged, arcane nature that separates Platinum Star City from the outside world, your boat was bombarded and boarded by undead skeleton pirates. Cursed from whatever magics keep them alive for an undead source. And as the fight continued, you guys successfully thwarted them all off, slaughtering them one after another, as there seemed to be some bigger mass that the Leviathan and Riptide took care of that were still part of the sea itself. And then once the undead cleared out, a moment of peace for the knights before getting ready to reach the other end of the fog. It is here where Una asked Delphi to partake in the reading book material, an arcane tome that had the sentient mind of a trapped individual. One that Delphi found in Platinum Star City many days, months even ago. This book had an ability to not only grant boons to other companions, and once read, his thoughts and minds can be heard by them within a certain radius. And as long as it was opened before the third day, he could continue to talk to them. As certain individuals, one by one, opened the book, learned from him, and he gave gifts and abilities to others. He also collected their stories, making mention of writing it as part of his own. It is here where Una took this book and was ready to open it themselves. And as partaking in her own private domicile? Yeah.
Hammock. I made a hammock out of vines, I think. Yeah, I did. But I'm in the room privately because I think Delphi's somewhere else.
Indeed you are. And as you open the book to read, the pages flap sporadically as they always do. And as you slap your hand down to stop the book from reading, or from moving, you ended up on the last chapter. Chapter 12. As a voice pierces into your mind alone.
Let's play a game.
I
Angered.
believe my original reaction had been to throw the book across the room.
Hearing this angered, almost higher powered voice pierce your mind, you toss the book across, and as it smatters against the wall, the book gently opens to the chapter page still present, as blinding white light encumbered the room, light that will be shining under the doorway, as the white, voidish lights encumbers Una's view to have her cover her eyes. And just before her vision can fully return, a new sound. One that is less threatening. The sounds of an ink quill writing against the page. As the vision returns to you, you are still in a whitened room, but not bright enough to cut off your vision. And you see there's an individual, humanoid in nature, roughly around, you can assume 6 foot, even though they are sitting down behind a desk, writing in a book. Tome. That is very familiar. Humanoid individual with long, almost golden brown hair. A physique that doesn't really shout warrior, more scholar. And robes that are adorned on him of a almost a radiance like celestial nature in a sense. White robes sashed across in different forms as you see them dip the flower like ink pen in a bottle and then go back to writing. You find yourself 30 feet from this individual, but the only sound heard here in this quiet space is that writing of an ink pen on paper. The individual is focused on the book. Doesn't seem to pay you much mind at first.
Hello?
As you speak this hello, you hear your voice echo out into the void, an empty space of no walls. Before you hear a reply, not of the individual, but of a conversation. Two individuals in a small argument. You hear first a male, more older and sounding more authoritarian-like figure. It is our mission to scribe all that happens. That is in our family's duty. You will do yours. And then a familiar voice. Not to you. To you it would be the first time hearing. But if others were around, the voice that resides in the book. As you hear a softer tone nature, sounding almost unagingly mature. Not as old as the individual talking before, but speaks up I understand writing everything that is done, their lord. I get that. But I want to be original. I want to do my own thing. Not defy the plan. You cannot go against all nature. Fine. You hear the sound of footsteps leaving, but there is no physical evidence of people here. Until the returning sound of pen to page returns to you. The individual still writing at the desk, hand on his head, disturbed and not angry, but you can almost see a visual sadness of duty.
I walk forward.
As you approach closer, you get about 15 feet from him. You see the book he is writing in, and you see the edges, and it is the exact same formation as the book that you once held when you opened, the one that Delphi's been having on her for a while. And as the individual is writing in it, you see as he turns the page and dips the ink quill pen again. Before he gets back to writing, you hear another conversation. I don't understand why you must write your stories. They're not even your stories. By all means, I could do a lot better than this, alright? I don't have to just simply fall in line just because it is in the family duty.
You think you can do better than me? Your arrogance knows no bound. I am created to tell stories. I have been since the beginning, and I will be to the end of time. But if you dare choose to say you can do better, prove it.
You hear the distance of a scream, not of pain, but of terror. And just as that is written, you see as this individual continues writing the book this moment. I would like you to make an investigation check. Or perception, your call.
I'm sorry, investigation or perception?
Yes.
Ooh. Let's do perception. That would be a 21.
With the 21, it is until you focused on his hand movements that you realize the voices you've heard. And approaching the desk, now standing in front of it. As his hand writes, the voices were heard. And just as he finishes writing, you realize what you were hearing was memories that are being jotted down in this tome, like a written scribe. Before he stops and sets the ink pill down for good, and stares at this open book. He then takes his two fingers and pinches it between his nose, until he looks up and, almost like if he wasn't expecting to see you, finally acknowledges your presence.
Hi.
Hi. You're one of Delphi's friends.
Yeah? Are you?
I wouldn't like to think so, even though others don't particularly enjoy my presence. You see there's a moment where he pauses. He seems to have difficulty telling you who he is. Before he returns to his present senses. I am the book that Stealthy has lent to others. I've learned her stories and the stories of everyone else. Guess it's funny. Trying to escape the fate of writing down the words of higher powers, ended up forcing to be written down stories of the common folk. Things have changed so much. I don't even know how much time has truly passed since I've been trapped in this book.
Can I roll a history check? Do I recognize anything, like, would I have known anything about scribes for the gods, anything like that?
Make a religion or history check, your call.
I will do a history check. Where'd my dice go? There it is. That would be an 18.
An 18. The idea of having a scribe for the god, for any god, religious texts have been passed down by clerics, priests, and others. But those are of the mortal realm. You can't help but when you stare at this individual, despite his normalcy and look and size to that of a normal humans, there is legends of history of before mortal scribes. The question on any natural man's mindset was, who wrote down the god stories? There's no concrete evidence, but you have a feeling the man in front of you is not mortal.
Interesting. Who are you and where is this? Am I stuck in the book now?
You see as he turns the pages more towards the beginning of the book instead of going further deeper. As he traces his fingers along a page. Ah. Una. I don't have the page up. Your last name was not Vex Solistry anymore, it was just...
Oh god. My current last name is Vaxis. My
Vaxis.
previous one was Vex Solistry.
Yeah. You see as he looks over, Una Vaxis. Oh. He looks up to you. No, you are not meant to be trapped in this book for all of eternity.
Good to know. How do I leave?
Right. Supposed to give you something. Your story changes at this point.
Oh.
It's both a blessing and a curse to know how one story begins and ends.
Yeah, I can imagine that. I don't want you to tell me anything about what my future may hold, please. Ignorance is bliss and all that.
Oh, right. Yeah, I can see where that would be pleasant. Being in the not know. It's kind of why I wanted to get out of what I was doing. Then occurred the wrath of the very man I serve. Family drama.
Yeah, I know that feeling. Well, very familiar with that feeling.
You see him turn the pages not far. So you do. Getting out of the family shadows might have been difficult, but you were able to do it. You've been writing your own story. And now that you've read the book, I now know that story. Writing it has been a long process, but at the end of the day, it was worth it. I know a lot about you now.
That's not alarming at all.
If it makes you feel better, no one's gonna read this. No one can read this. Not unless you're secretly a god, which I don't think that passed my eye just quite yet.
No, not a god. Just an old Eladrin.
You were able to defy the predestined determinations of your family. Something I wasn't able to do. You deserve a gift. You see him reach under the desk, pulling open a drawer, pulls out a leather pouch. This is what I wanted to do. Sets it in front on the desk.
I'll look at it.
As you pick up the leather pouch, unbutton the top notch, you look inside and see approximately 20 plus cards just inside.
21 if it's Major Arcana.
22, actually.
22. Okay. You got one more than I do.
As you open the cards and begin to count them, you see as he quickly puts his hands, not urgently, but that more of a not here type motion as he closes the case. This was my first creation. My own original. It just
What
never
is it?
was acknowledged. This can create any amazing adventure, wonderful journey, cool item. It's just like everything else. My inventive states, not all of it was happy. So just be careful.
Okay.
But it should be fun. What it was intended to be. What I intended it to be.
What is it called?
A deck of just many things.
See? Out of character. I'm so excited! I wanted one for so long!
I'm so excited. I love the deck of many things.
I hope
I
you know
just
that if you
wanted
get
one.
cursed or whatever, I'm not healing you.
You don't know about it! You don't know about it, Durant. Shut up.
I don't.
I mean, technically, you don't know what you're gonna draw. Just
No.
Yeah,
know-
that's fine. I don't know that I might get cursed.
All you have
Also,
is a
if you-
No,
cryptic
I'm just warning you now, above table.
Above table.
Well, but you don't even have the thing to remove curses, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, that. God damn it! I keep forgetting. I can do diseases.
Yeah.
I'm the one that can do it.
I can do it.
Also, why does I get the book and I want to be friends with the book, and everyone else gets the book and they get cooler things?
It was a
I just
have
have
to
to
talk
talk
to
to
my
my
mom.
You get a god book.
No, Well, yeah, okay, yeah. She has the book, but she hasn't gotten cool shit from the book.
And everyone keeps taking him from me, or so.
You gave him to me.
Well, you were an exception.
Everyone else snatched him. You were an exception. I actually gave him to you.
Excuse me, I still have no idea what this book even is.
Nope, you or
Man.
Sanjiro.
I'm just
I'm so
teasing. I'm
excited.
teasing. I am
I
a
know.
little jealous, but I'm just teasing. Also, Josh, can you look at my message?
Oh, right. I'm on a third monitor.
Can I
so I have to,
please use my cards to pull? Please, please,
Not-
please. I even added
okay.
an extra card.
We can try. The only reason why I did it, I have my own set, is because my set is actually a cosmic set.
And I have a kawaii set.
Yeah. We can use your set, sure.
Here's
it's
what you do. Here's what you do. Umbra pulls from their deck,
Mhm.
tells you what card they have, and then you just
Okay. Alright.
card.
Yeah.
Trust system
Okay.
will be involved for sure. Yes.
Do you?
I have a
No.
list.
Okay. And you can show your card. I'll
Oh, if my
video
green
me
screen
pulling
doesn't
it.
if my green screen doesn't just completely blur it out, then yes, I will show the card.
Okay.
Just
It's
put
all-
it in the dice box.
Oh yeah, that one's not green screened. Oh yeah, I might do that. Nice. Thank you. Well,
I can take a video of me pulling it if you're worried.
nah, it's fine. I'm just like, because I honestly don't know what all of them do, and so I have an actual notebook list of what they do, and then I have the cards themselves, so both work. I'm just wondering which card you are missing from, because I got 22 cards and you only got 21, but
I
we'll figure it
have
out.
0 to 21. Actually, I might have 22 cards. I have 0 to 21.
Okay. Figure
0
it
to
out.
0 to 21 would be 22 cards.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Well, if I pull the one I added in, it's just like a page of wands or whatever. I'll just pull again because that one's not included.
It's all good. Bringing it back in to the story. As you grab onto the leather pouch, he then looks over across to you. You see a tired individual, but at the same time, a smile grows across his face of almost a relief. He finished what he started to do. Oh boy. All these stories I've learned from your friends, possible endings and great adventures yet to had, even the ones you already did have. It's a shame I won't be able to truly see the last few stories.
What do you mean?
You look down with your passive perception, and you see the book that he was currently writing in is beginning to fade away.
Is the book dying? Are you okay?
I honestly couldn't tell you. I was entrapped in this book for defying a god more than anything else. It was less the fact that I wanted to do something else and more if I took out my anger. Someone who didn't really deserve it. And so I understand that everyone's own story has a uniqueness to them. No same stories can be told twice with the same visual look on how to take the lesson from it. I understand that now. You look across to him and you see as the book almost is completely transparent. You see the desk, the chair, and the individual himself is beginning to fade. I don't think it's
Dude,
truly
it's nice to meet
fair.
you.
I don't know if I'm returning where I'm from. I don't know if I'm returning or if I am simply ceasing to exist. I don't think that's pretty fair to your group. Tell you what. You see him turn the page or the book open to the front index page, where you see the 12 titles from the Book of Many Stories. He looks at you and goes, I won't be able to see what their story is, but I guess your last two companions can have one last hurrah of excitement.
Okay.
What story should I tell about them? You see 12 chapter titles. You will not be able to know the stories of these titles or what effects they will have. You can only read the titles and decide which one you wish to give to one of the last two remaining individuals. You can do one each, or one for both. But you will have fun picking. I'm sorry, Sass.
I
How the book
didn't
was
know
designed.
this was gonna kill the book. I wouldn't have been so excited if I'd known it would kill the book, Josh. You didn't warn me about that.
No, I did not. 12 chapters to choose from. 11, actually. You can either choose... We'll start with, which one first? Sanjiro or Valindra? Which one do you want to give a gift to first?
Zalindra?
Valindra. You have Chapter 1, A New Journey Awaits. Chapter 2, A Wild Life. Chapter 3, The Chance of a Lifetime. Chapter 4, There's a Potion in the Poison. Chapter 5, It is the Item or the Man. Chapter 6, There is No Place Like Home. Chapter 7, Friend or Foe, Who's to Know? Chapter 8, Do You See What I See? Chapter 9, Money Talks and Makes People Talk as Well. Chapter 10, With Great Feats Come Great Responsibility. Or Chapter 11, Careful What You Wish For.
Valindra can have the chapter called The Wild.
Chapter 2, A Wild Life. As you points to the index for Chapter 2, you see as this individual from behind the desk doesn't look at the book, simply puts his hand on his chin and begins to think. The smile grows. They might enjoy that. Nothing too crazy. They'll be fine, but if they freak out too much, just give them a few treats. They'll be fine.
Oh boy.
And what about for Sanjiro?
The item or the man?
Is it the item or the man? Well, isn't that interesting? Sanjiro, can I please have you roll a d20?
Okay. Me. I'll just roll on the website. Where's the? I just roll a d20.
Just roll a
Am I
d20.
able to do that?
If you're doing it on or on D&D Beyond, you just click the button.
Oh.
Like just click. There's a little button next to whatever skill you're doing. Oh wait, no, you're just rolling a regular
okay.
D20.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
roll
I'm just
another
rolling a
d20.
d20.
Oh, bottom left corner, there's a little dice symbol. You can choose D20.
Oh, I got it. 20.
That works too.
A nat 20?
Nat 20.
Wow. Okay.
That's good. That's bad.
Make it that.
I would like you to DM me. If you just simply say weapon, armor, or item.
Okay.
And I'll take it from there after.
Mm-hmm.
As Una, you pick the two stories for the two individuals. You watch as this individual smiles. You see him almost look off into the distant void. You see him Wow. Huh. Well, that's going to be interesting. You should have fun with that.
That's not intimidating to hear at all.
I get the feeling you don't trust me either, much like Durant.
Durant knows about you?
He does. He didn't really particularly like my sudden pop-up-its.
Yeah, I can see that.
Delphi was skeptical at first, but we grew to know each other. Timothy... he had an okay run. I think I gave a little too much information to Leah. At the
She
same
has been
time,
acting weird lately.
it is information she needed, the one I wanted to give her originally, but at the same time, it always hurts to look back at the past. Now she has motivation for the future, and means to be able to get information she needs. As for you,
Yeah?
have fun. You see, as he smiles, the book completely fades. Table transparently disappears, and as he begins to leave, you see there is a quick recognition. That's right. I never told you my name.
What's your name?
Antinian. Antinian Scribe.
Antinian Scribe. Can I roll? Do I recognize that name?
Make a religion check.
Okay. That would be a dirty 20.
In the religious aspects, the rumors of gods having their own individual celestial beings write down their ordeals, their divinations, their interventions. Upon the rumored many celestial beings of the different deities, one celestial family, rumored and lost through old times across all realms, even in the Feywild. The Scribe family, celestial beings that write the story of the gods and the divine nature. This is a celestial being tried to defy his fates. Was punished for only taking it out in a wrong way. But you get the feeling that this is not a death of a celestial, but more of him returning to where he once was. A sentence that has been released.
Well, if you ever make it around to our plane, I bet Delphi would be happy to have you in the party.
Wouldn't that make for a great story?
It's good to have hobbies.
You see as he smiles, as the rest of his body begins to fade. And just before it gets to his head, the white void gently dulls out, and you have to blink for the colors to now return. And you find yourself back in your room, on the hammock. And you see the book, the other side, lying there.
I pick it up and I put it on Delphi's bed, and then I look at the cards.
As you pick up the book, the title is no longer shifting. There is no arcane nature to it. You simply read, the Book of Many Stories in common. You set it down on Delphi's bed, and as you look at the leather pouch, it is there and available for your use. Filled with arcane nature. Go ahead and make me an Arcana check if you wish.
Yeah. That would be a 12.
With a 12, the arcane eminence that is radiating from this leather pouch seems to be contained to the pouch. You don't know how intense it actually emanates or what effects these cards can do. But at the same time, you have an idea that's the power that came from the book is now placed in these cards in your hand.
This is a game mechanics question. Could I pull the entire deck out so I could look at all the cards, or am I only capable of pulling one out at a time?
You can specify how many cards you pull at a single moment. You will pull that many cards from the deck, but you cannot pull any more. You'll pull them one by one. So say if you want to pull 5 cards, you'll pull 5 cards, but keep them in order. For specific reasons of, there are some cards that make it where you no longer draw any more cards.
Okay.
So
if I say I pull one, then for the rest of my life, I'd never get to pull another one?
For the rest of the day.
Oh, and does the card go back inside the deck?
Depends if the card allows it or not.
Okay. But if I pull all of them out, if I'm like, I want to pull them out to look at them, does that count as drawing all 12 of them? All 22 of them?
To help draw the picture, as you try and pull them out with the intention of not using them, but to read them and see what they are, you can feel the arcane barrier align with your intentions, and you are unable to remove the pieces from the leather pouch. Unless you have the intention to draw a card.
I'll look at the pouch, and I draw a card.
Okay. In the meantime, as you were beginning to draw the card, we move to another location meantime. Valindra. Where are you right now? As this comes to early evening, roughly around 9-10ish, as the sun has set.
I'd probably still just be on the main deck. I don't know.
Okay.
By the way, Josh, we can see what you're looking at on the Discord.
Ah, yes.
No wonder why I didn't hear any music. I didn't have the fucking Discord thing up. I'm over here sitting in silence.
That's the one you should. Alrighty.
I would assume I would be up in the crow's nest, but I see someone up there, so I would just be on the main deck.
Alright. As you were on... Oh my gosh. They can't see it because my camera's over it. Someone drew Among Us. Valindra, as you are on the top deck, the rest of you all scattered around doing whatever you do for the morning, evening, whether it's to get ready to go below to find your bedrooms to rest. Two immediate things happen while you're on top. First and foremost, Valindra, I would like you, that's correctly, Right. You guys are currently what level?
6.
6.
Cool.
It's because you won't let us level up.
Yes,
You already leveled up.
6. No, you said that we could have leveled up last episode, and here we are.
Oh wait, are we actually level 7?
No, we're 6.
No, you're 6.
But he said that we could have yesterday, last round, last
And then he
match.
didn't let us.
It's
Yeah.
true.
How dare you go back on your word, Josh?
Not going back
Terrible
on it. It
DMing
hasn't
right
happened
there.
yet.
We killed like a bunch of monsters we should have leveled.
Yeah, we've been doing so good. We're doing
We
a
killed a
great
bunch of
job,
zombie
Josh.
things. They're not terribly XP rich.
I mean,
Well,
if
we
it-
don't
if it-
level up
if it
with
was
XP. We level up with milestones, and we've been doing such a
And-
good job of
and
taking the
killing
story
a-
forward.
I mean, if it was
It
an
was
adult
such a
dragon,
gargantuan. It was a big deal.
All right.
It was a
Yeah.
It wasn't a
pirate
dragon. It was a bunch
ship.
of zombie things.
It was a
It
bunch
felt
of
like a
zombies.
milestone. It felt like a milestone.
It wasn't.
Okay. Valindra. Amphibian or land?
Ooh. Amphibian is both land and water, right?
I mean,
Depending.
Oh.
Unless you're an axolotl.
Frogs are amphibians.
Yes. So are
I'm just gonna go with
axolotls.
land then.
Just land?
Are turtles amphibians or just
Turtles are
reptiles?
reptiles.
Okay.
Okay.
They lay eggs with a shell.
Mm.
You guys all watch. I don't have a token for this. So I'm just gonna have to describe it. You guys watch as near the front of the ship. The first thing that catches your attention is the sound of the ship creaking and beginning to teeter and lean, not from the waves, but from a certain weight. As Valindra, your armor shifts and molds around you. The green natured armor becomes one with your skin. As your skin begins to grow, your hair begins to fall off as hardened scales seem to somewhat grow. Not really much fur, but more armored like textures. As you grow into a creature known as a Titan Thero. Pretty much related to the rhinoceros, however, as you lack horns on your face, you are still a huge beast with stone-like skin. Slight shaggy fur towards the top of your head. And you are basically a armored rhinoceros. And just as the ship begins to teeter and lean, as you guys on top of deck see Valindra shape and transform into this type of creature. One more thing to do. Because, this is definitely happening. Immediately after, a bright light appears next to Sanjiro. Before a lighted blade, similar to the one he currently has equipped to him, emerges in a spontaneous light. Trying to find the right one real quick.
Why did he grow in like size?
Wow.
Hey.
Sorry, I'm looking at certain things, and there are things that I do.
No, I've already turned Valus into a rhinoceros,
Yeah,
apparently.
Valus turned into a massive, scaled version of a rhinoceros, lacking horns, but still an armored beast of a huge nature.
Between that and if I pull the wrong card, we're fucked.
Sanjiro.
Oh, right. A rhino without horns with scales sounds more like a hippo. Like just a weird scaly hippo.
Yeah, this is called a Titanothera.
That is an accurate description of a hippo, and I love it.
Okay. Sanjiro, you receive a immaculate blade. Golden to the nature. Same type of texture as your swords you currently carry on you. However, immediately as this blade falls into your hand, you feel as if the twists of fates can fall in your nature. If you wish, feel free to add the luck blade to your inventory. However, the only downside is you cannot use its wish ability.
Oh. Okay.
Just the first part of the abilities.
No, actually, I throw it into the ocean.
That's up to you, my guy.
Luck blade longsword. This one
Yep. Luck blade.
requires attunement.
Yep.
Oh.
Fuck, I now need to make a new character model.
Hold on, I got you.
By the way, fuck you for choosing that. God damn it.
So it was Call of the Wild or some shit. I'm like, that
I
sounds
thought
rangery.
you were gonna. I thought you were either going to get a doggo friend or you were going to become a doggo.
I thought
Yeah,
I
that
was
was
gonna
what
get
I
a doggo
thought.
friend as well.
Yep. The chapter title.
I don't know.
is
No,
The
this is
Wild
funnier.
Life.
I like this better.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is
Now, do you all
also
agree with me that the book is
hilariously-
fucking evil?
Like the second or third
Wow.
time your character in particular has turned into something else in the campaign.
I know. Fucking Cinder turned into a celestial.
Yeah. Now you're just a massive mammal. Don't fall into the water.
Listen,
You can't swim.
I will get those dice in this campaign, and I will roll to get a celestial.
Celestial Rhino.
As the rest of you are above deck and watching this transformation take place, is there any reactions we have from Delphi, Timothy, or Durant?
God damn it, Blinder! I thought we fixed this.
What the fuck's happening? Who did this?
How is that? What is that?
Valencia will start pacing.
Oh, jeez. You just feel the heavy footprints, the woods creaking. You see as the Leviathan turns around to see this new massive creature, as Riptide also turns to see this and is like, that's new.
Valendra's pacing, she's looking at herself, just trying...
The
just
number
muttering
one
to
thing
herself.
that both of you realize, or at least one of you can, is that when Valinja replied, she's still speaking common.
I'm not gonna question anything.
Timothy's gonna be like, you have fun with whatever that is. And he's going to turn into his fairy form. And he's gonna just go downstairs.
I'm changing between all my languages right now.
Okay.
So Common, Draconic, Elvish, and
As Timothy transforms and begins to fly down below deck, Riptide will actually lean in. How did you manage to do that?
Was that to me, or just...
Oh, that was to you.
I don't know. Someone did this. It wasn't
Wait.
me. I was just standing here.
I'm gonna fly back up. I'm gonna go to Valindra and I'm going to reduce his size.
I was about to ask you if you still had that.
I do.
I refuse.
Okay.
She's currently too panicked.
All right,
so.
make a spell saving throw. And what's the spell?
My bad. My bad.
Con 14.
Con 14.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna pass that easy.
That's a 17.
Yeah.
Actually, I have only a +1 to con.
Well, Timothy's just gonna fly away again.
As you try and reduce his size,
He's over this.
So you will use that spell slot to cast the spell. And as it doesn't work, Valindra's just pacing back and forth as this massive rhinoceros hippo, apparently. Not at all what the creature is described as, but sure. The ship is beginning to rock left and right like if you're taking on heavy seas, even though the water is surprisingly calm. The only reason why you're not actually tipping is because of the attachment to the Leviathan. He's keeping the ship stable-esque. But it definitely sounds like the wood flooring below this massive creature is taking some damage the more he steps. But we'll leave that alone for now. Sanjiro, as you get your new blade that shines, do you secretly hide it away? What do you do as this arcane light appears, a mythical blade just will rise, and you have a new blade?
I inspect it. I don't know. Is it cursed? I don't know. I'm just really confused more than anything. But
you are not the only
maybe
one.
I just put it away in my pack, I guess.
Okay.
Hold on to it.
As you hold on to your blade, the rocking and moving of a ship. Una, you feel the ship begin to rock back and forth, the sounds of heavy footprints, which throws you off. But you still draw the card. What card did you draw?
I pulled.
No.
Do they count in?
No.
It's too late. I pulled it. Is it? Does it take in?
The DM.
What?
I was talking about the DM.
Oh.
Oh.
I don't control this.
But I like them. Okay. Anyways, does it take into consideration if a card is reversed or not?
It is not.
Okay. I drew 20 judgment.
See, this is the weird part. There's no judgment.
Then whatever 20 is.
Whatever 20 is?
Yeah, that's the number of the card I drew.
I could have just gone 2 from the last. I don't know why I did it so complicated. Anyway. Oh.
Oh god.
Here we go.
Hey Josh, can we quick save?
No.
This is what happens when you give us the card.
And this is why you don't do this on a goddamn boat.
I don't care.
You drew.
I've never had them before, so of course I'm gonna pull it.
The card you draw, mystic in nature, glowing with cosmic energy and radiance. You see a crystal ball, and at the bottom it says
TPK.
Vizier.
Vizier?
Vizier.
Vizier.
Vizier?
Vizier.
We're dead.
No, we're not.
Oh, Vizier. Vizier? Yeah, what is that? What's that mean?
At the time you choose, within 1 year of drawing this card, you can ask a question in mediation you can ask a question in meditation and mentally receive a truthful answer to that question. Besides information, the answer helps you solve a puzzling problem or other dilemma. In other words, the knowledge comes with wisdom on how to apply it. So you basically get one question answered in a meditative-like state, and you will receive the truth to that answer. No tricks, no tales, no ifs, ands, or buts. And the card remains outside for a year until you use it.
Good to know. This is going to be helpful. I put the card and the pouch in my stuff. And I go bring the book to Delphi.
All right. You head out after putting the card away, and as you exit the room, you'll move past Timothy as he is flying past you.
Hey, Timothy.
Hello.
As you move past, carrying the book with you, Delphi, where are you right now?
I'm still up top.
As Una heads to the top deck, Una, you now see a massive unhorned rhino, essentially, pacing back and forth on the upper deck of the ship.
What the fuck?
You see Delphi and
I don't know, Valinder just suddenly became a rhino thing. I don't know what this creature is.
Do I know what this creature is?
Make a nature check.
Hold on, let me move my cards out of the way.
Oh my god, Pulley, that's so mean.
Yeah, you're mean.
I think it would be funny.
Does?
That would be a grand total of 4. I'm distracted.
I know what
my
Ruin
new
does.
toys.
I think it would be funny.
I was asking if Umber knew what Ruin does.
I can guess.
All forms of wealth that you carry or own other than magic items are lost to you.
Fuck you.
Let's
Portable
save.
property vanishes.
Let's save like the surprises until they're actually drawn.
Okay.
Fuck you.
I think it'd be funny.
No.
And it would be.
That's so mean. I can't believe you.
You don't die. It's better than some of the other ones that just straight up kill you.
I worked so hard for my money. And by that, I mean I told Josh I wanted to own a shop at the beginning of the campaign.
After that happens, Delphi and Durant are on the top deck as well. Una,
Yeah, I go up and see the Valindra Rhino, the Valindra New, and go, what the fuck? And then Durant explains, and I go, oh.
What do you mean, oh?
Do I hear that?
So,
I will roll with disadvantage if I need to.
Well, your passive perception is 11.
Yes, but I'm panicked as well.
Fair enough. Go ahead and roll a perception.
Disadvantage or no?
No disadvantage, but you only got a +1.
Yeah. A 14.
You could hear that little comment.
Villager's head immediately snaps to Una. What did you do to me?
You see
she's
Riptide also like leans over the Leviathan. You did this to him? To her?
I don't think so.
You just see as this massive rhino goes down the stairs. Unfortunately, the stairs aren't as stable as the deck, and you see they are each crack under the weights as this creature approaches.
I'm gonna try and channel Divinity Nature's Wrath on Valinder to stop them from moving.
What's the save for that?
It's a Strength or Dex save. It's choice, so it gets to choose.
Cool.
15.
Which would you like to choose? Your Dex of +0 or your Strength of +7?
No, they get to choose.
I know. That's what I'm asking, Valindra.
Their dex is +0?
Yeah.
My dex is +8.
Yeah.
Not as right now.
Titan Thera, I have it pulled up here. That's your huge beast. Strength is a +7.
Oh, ew! Oh, right. You got turned into an animal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh my god.
Yeah, your strength is currently 25, your dex is 10, your constitution is 19, your intelligence hasn't changed. Neither has your wisdom.
Ouch. Ouch.
Can you send me that,
Yeah, one second. Let me send this to you.
that page on the book or whatever?
Yep.
I just want to say, I don't think I did this, but I do think I know how it happened. We need to talk to Delphi.
This completely fucks over my
I'm
fucking
sorry.
brain. Oh my god.
I'm sorry for multiple reasons.
Okay,
Hey, you can be my new mount.
Strength.
Okay. Oh, shit. Is Valinder within 15 feet of, or is it 15 feet? What, how fuck.
Look at your spell, I don't know.
Not, I'm,
When you start walking towards me, or running towards me, as you start seeing me approach Umbra.
Okay, Aura Protection is 10 feet. Well, I guess in this situation, are you a friendly creature? I would say I'm no longer considering you a friendly creature, so you're not going to get the +4 from me.
Me?
No, Valindra.
The
Okay.
massive non-rhino.
That doesn't need the +4 to save the extra +4. And then I think Dangerous Wrath is also within 10 feet. Yeah, so I've gone 10 feet. I've gone within 10 feet of you to cast this.
There's a 23 save.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yes. Goodbye, Channel Divinity.
As you use this, and the wood on the deck turns into massive vines to try and restrain the creature, as she instinctively just lifts her legs to keep marching forward, the deck of the ship gets ripped from the frame, as now still moving towards and charging.
God, I
right
wish
now.
I'd taken command.
Oh god. Okay, hold up. Valindra, hold on. Hold still. You're fucking up the boat and we're in the middle of an ocean.
Valindra lifts her with one hand. Or, how big am I? I
You're
I'm
a
large
huge creature.
I'm a huge... Oh, shit.
Your footsteps are rocking the boats.
So I can absolutely grab her in one hand.
You don't have
Do you
hands.
have-
You
I
have
don't have
foot
hands.
Sorry, three people were talking. What?
You have 4 hooves.
Oh. Oh. Oh my god.
So sorry.
I have an opening for a horse.
Do you say that?
No, God.
Oh god.
So
And I
sorry.
also don't have an opening for a horse. I have Aladar.
Okay, seeing as I don't have hands to pick her up, I will knock her prone and put...
Alright, this will be a contested check. It'll be the strength, unless you wish to fail.
No, I don't want to get knocked down by a giant rhino.
Okay, it'll be a strength from the Titan, is what I'm going to call you now, because Titanotherer is how I pronounce it, against Una's either Dex or Strength, your call.
Dex save.
Alright, it's not a save, it's a contested roll, so it's actually, really, it's athletics against your athletics or acrobatics, Una.
Then acrobatics.
Alright, it's a +7 for the Titan there.
Yeah, I rolled another 23.
God. Well, I got a nat 1. I tripped myself.
It's Titanothere.
You already fall back as this massive creature like puts its snout to you and pins you to the floor of the deck of the boat.
So you know in Thor how Thor puts the hammer?
Yes, but that hammer is your
hoof.
nose.
my hoof is on her chest. Not like a lot of pressure, but like you
are not moving.
Oh god, Valindra, it wasn't me, but I know how it happened. We need to talk to Delphi. It was the book. Like, if I have the book in my hand, I'm gonna wave it at Valindra. It was this book.
I don't know what that book is.
I didn't goddamn book.
What is wrong with this book?
Why is it not defending itself?
I don't know. That's why
It's
we
usually
need to
very
talk to
talkative.
Delphi. That's why we need to talk to Delphi.
Delphi's gonna walk over to them.
Can you please get off me? This is really uncomfortable. Valindra.
What's wrong with the book?
I hand it over.
Delphi takes the book.
As you take the book, in common, no longer shifting in the different languages, is the title, The Book of Many Stories.
Delphi opens the book.
The pages are empty.
Delphi's gonna look at Una and, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Sass.
Delphi's gonna be like, where's Biggest?
Biggest? I spoke to
Who's Biggest?
Antonin?
That's what he told me his name was.
What was the name that I got? Antonin?
Antonin.
Antonin. I said I spoke
Durant,
to Antonin.
being the only holy person growing up in the chapel, I would like you to make a religion check, as Delphi has said his name.
Oops, I muted myself. Do you mean Una? Said
No,
their name?
Delphi.
No? Okay. I rolled under my plate.
What'd you have for
18.
dinner?
Pizza. Pizza Hut pizza.
Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh.
I swear they put cocaine in it.
Wow. Within 18,
Better than meth.
you don't know much about him. But you have heard of the god of storytelling, Biggest. The being who writes all historical, fictional, and ethereal stories of different gods, planes, in areas never searched. Biggest is a deity. Whoever was in the book, highly likely he was a god.
Highly likely or unlikely?
Unlikely,
Unlikely.
if he was trapped in that book.
Wait, he called himself Biggest? That's a little, arrogant.
He told me his name was Antonin.
I don't care. That's what he told me his name is, and it doesn't matter. Where is he? What happened? What's wrong with the book?
I'll explain the whole story.
Going past, for time's sake, revealing the conversation that they had in privates in that separate void space, learning that Antonin Scribe was not indeed Biggest, but part of the family of Celestials that writes for the gods.
Do I recognize that name?
If you do or don't, Una will remind you. She knows. And you learn that he went against Biggus's authority, blamed him of everything he did, and that is what got him trapped in the book. Individual that's introduced himself as Biggus, now known as Antonin, who was no longer present inside the book.
After hearing everything, Delphi's just gonna, like, take the book and go downstairs without saying anything.
Hearing that, even though Una was the one that chose the chapter, Valinger will take her hoof off of Una and just kind of not collapse, but like kind of like collapsing just down onto the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, and I'm sorry that this happened to you. I didn't know that would be the case. When I thought it would suit you because you're a ranger.
Valinger doesn't hear any of this. She's just stuck in her mind right now.
You see Riptide, who has been listening in on the conversation, hops off the Leviathan. Was gonna try and get the attention of Delphi, but says Delphi flies down, leaves it alone. Instead looks to you, Una. I don't believe this is your fault. I feel whatever magic had that Antonin trapped, simply converted, changed, and therefore releasing him from his binds. Celestials aren't easily destroyed. Azeraphil has told me as much. Even if you destroy their physical body here, they simply get sent back to their original plane. When Delphi is ready to hear, you can let her know that her friend is still alive. Somewhere.
Okay, thank you.
We have a long night. Get some rests. Valindra, if you need to rest on the top of the deck, feel free to do so. We can bring you some blankets if it gets cold.
No reaction.
We should be out of the fog by morning.
Do we know if there's like a time limit on this, or are they stuck as this forever?
Above table? You have not a clue.
Well, okay. Okay.
At this point, Riptide turns and heads back on top of the Leviathan. Where do you guys head off to find your night's rest?
Timothy's in his room.
I go down to room to Eep. Eep.
Back into the crew quarters.
Okay.
I think Una's gonna find as private an area as she possibly can.
Okay.
If, maybe in the library.
All right.
Or whatever this place is. Oh yeah, this library.
Yep. You head down all the rooms, entering the library, the books scattered around on the shelves. The rocking of the ship subsides in calm waters, thanks to the help of the Leviathan guiding it.
I'm gonna pull out the sending stone and reach out to Elian and just say, I am so bad at being good.
It takes a second before the reply comes back. What happened?
I'll tell her the story too.
After explaining the story for a few minutes, the reply comes back through. I can probably say with confidence that no one would know what would happen. And if you didn't open the book, the next person could have done it. It was probably just how the book was designed to be.
Sometimes I think I'm too greedy for knowledge.
You're not the only one as an investigator. I delve deep too. And cover things that people sometimes want hidden from the world, and sometimes even from themselves.
I suppose.
Above table, do you tell her also about Captain Goldpaw?
Oh yeah. Does Una know? Oh yeah, Una would know.
There was definitely
yeah.
a big scene about it, so yes.
Yeah, Una will tell her.
Oh, so that's where the captain went.
Seems like it. This is also part of what I mean.
How are you responsible for that in any way?
I mean, I'm the one that wants to invite her into our home. Into our bed. That's my idea.
From what information...
I liked Captain Goldpaw. I don't like that he's being mistreated.
That is true. Coming from an investigation standpoint, all the information I've been able to gather on the Empress leads me to believe that she doesn't do anything just out of an emotional state. You've gotten this far with her by talking to her. You can continue to try to do it that way. Whether she's open about it or not, it's going to be up to her. But as far as research as I have been able to gather, she does things for reasons.
Okay, maybe there is a reason to this then.
You just try and make sure you get some sleep tonight. I have a feeling you guys are going to be having a lot more complications the longer you're out there.
Yeah, probably. You get some rest too.
I will do my best. Things have been getting better here the past day. The diplomat that came from the Feywilds, Timothy's father, is currently here helping best he can. We've been getting information on the first confrontations in the Feywild.
How is it there?
The citizens are safe, according to Timothy's father. However, the Western Woods is now battleground for the Fey soldiers and a group of changed, lycanthropic beasts. They're not docile. Rumors from him and the council of the Fey Kingdom lead to believe that they are a part of a clan that has left the acknowledgements and or protection of the Fey Goddess.
Oh boy.
They are not civilized, from what we can tell. They are organized. Someone is leading them to battle. But whatever that is has not shown its face yet. I just hope that
Right.
the Queen will be able to remove herself so that she can also attend the meeting. Because the sooner we end the conflict from the old ones, the sooner we can send our resources over to help the Fey Kingdom.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we get there soon. Where I would think making good time. I don't know shit about boats. I think we're making good time.
Well, you're making it past the fog wall, which is farther than any of our fishing boats have gotten, so that sounds like a plus.
Yeah, that's true.
Get some rest. Call me if you need.
Okay, you too.
As you say your goodnights, express the love for each other, where do you find your rest this evening, Una?
I think Una's gonna sit up for a little bit in the library and just think. And then she is gonna go back to the Empress's room.
Okay. In the moment of you thinking, going through, does anyone do anything for this evening?
Nope,
No.
just eep.
Sanjiro?
Timothy's just playing his own music in his room. Just very somewhat quietly, at least.
Alright.
Just evening routine, meditation, and then sleep.
And focusing on the sword to attune as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Valindra stuck in this animalistic-like form on the top deck. You find rest here now that you cannot go below deck.
I mean, where else is she gonna go? So, yes.
Anything new for Delphi?
No, she's just gonna be in her room and she's just gonna read the book until she falls asleep.
Okay. As time goes on, Una makes her way through the top deck into the captain's quarters. Knocks on the door, or as you enter the long hallway, the Leonin, now known as Captain Gopal, is not there. You get through the second door and you see he is getting up from a rest from the side as you enter in.
Hey, Captain.
His face doesn't change in any expressive way, really. You see his eyes just don't make proud contact with yours before you just see him slowly shake his head side to side.
It's best if you simply refer to me as Prowler.
Do you need anything?
I'm fine. Thank you, Una.
Of course, if you need anything, let me know.
He simply nods.
Does he seem like physically injured, like actively injured?
Make a perception check.
That would be perception 13? 7 plus 6 is 13?
Yeah. You look at him and you see the ragged clothes. You see the scar that is across his neck. The main mangled and not well kept. Yeah, leather eye patch. Weapons and tattered, boots worn. From this demeanor, he does not seem like that proud captain he once was. You don't see any real current physical injuries besides that very visible scar across his throat.
And I would know. I mean, that's a scar, so a potion wouldn't do anything for it, huh?
Not for a scar.
Okay. Well, Una's gonna tuck that information away in her head and bid him good night and then go into the room.
As you bid him good night, you go into the room. He will then head back out into that hall and stand guard. As you knock on the Empress's door, which is currently closed. Who is it?
It's me.
It's a dear. I was about to call it a night myself. What was with all that commotion out there?
Well, Valindra's like some kind of giant creature now.
She did that to herself, did she?
No? It's a long story. Like a book did it, but not the book. It's weird. I don't really understand.
I could use a night story. She gets ready to change into the comfort clothes and get ready to rest for the evening.
I think Una will tell her kind of what went on, but won't go into as much detail just because she's now told the entire thing twice and is tired and ready to be done talking about it.
Fair enough. In a quicker detail, what details do you leave out?
That Delphi had a talking book that told stories.
Okay.
And it kind of told Una a story, and then it apparently stopped telling stories. And also, like, somehow when Una picked a story for Valindra, it turned Valindra into the giant creature. And she doesn't know what happened when she picked a story for Sandro, so she's a little confused about that one.
Okay. Almost like decompressing.
Yeah.
As you tell the story, she takes it all in, listens avidly to every word. And you guys are able to find sleep in your bedroom. He spends the night once again with Valerie. And if no one has anything they want to do for the night, you guys can go ahead and take a long rest. Store spell slots if needed. If anyone wakes up for the day early, I will say that you are introduced with definitely a different sight.
Timothy will.
As you slowly open your eyes, have a morning. Valindra, you'd only need to sleep 4 hours, but do you sleep in this new form?
They're muted.
Sorry, yes, I realized that. The sun would probably wake me up as it rises.
As the sun rises, you are greeted with a vision of clear skies. The nice, crisp waves gently pushing against the boats. And the very close calls of some seagulls circling over the boats. As you see, some of the crew have already started early casting of nets of getting some fish supplies what they can from the ocean. And to your disturbance, as you awaken, you are still in this bestial form. As Timothy awakens... Oh, yep.
No, go ahead.
As Timothy awakens, everyone else slowly, one by one, get up to have their breakfast. Same ordeal of fruit bowls, some eggs, bacon, whatever individuals have for the morning. The Empress has her own meals made for her, privately in the chamber. Rach will wake up with Valerie and start the day off with a coffee and a bagel.
Timothy is going to get a small bowl of strawberries, and he's going to take it to the top deck, and he's going to be up here, basically on like the sails, but like not on the sails, but like on the wood parts of the sails.
Yeah.
Eating them with his peanut butter.
You see the other seagulls are like flying around. They see you with the food, and they do the whole hovering thing where they just use their wings to glide on the winds, just above
And
you.
then I will cast Prestidigitation and make little fireworks to scare them off.
Oh, well, fair enough. As they depart from the new flash of lights that they are not accustomed to. You are beyond the fog walls. The clear, crystal blue sky has no sign of any type of obscurity. And you look as you are coasting now, from what you can tell, northward. As the ship is now parallel to a very distant fog dome-like structure.
Timothy's going to bring out his sending stone and send Theo a good morning message, and then it will also say that I miss him very much.
I would like you to roll a percentile dice.
Okay. Which one is that one?
The D100. So it's the D10 and the double digit D10.
So, which one?
Both D10s.
Yeah, both D10s.
The one that only goes to a 0?
Yeah, the one that goes to a 0 and the one that has double numbers that go to double zeros. Roll both of those together. The single digits are your singles, so the double digits are your 10 place.
And then you add.
Okay. My first one, I got a 6. And my other one is a 30.
So 36 total.
Yes.
As you try and contact, there is no reply.
Womp womp.
Damn. Shut up. Okay. Timothy's gonna sigh, put his sending stone back into his pocket,
As the morning greets you
and
all,
go back.
yeah, in your different ways, you guys have your breakfasts, get the day going. I would like someone to go ahead and roll for the day's journey.
I got it.
Oh, I want to roll. Can I roll?
I got an 18.
Looks like
Oh,
Timothy
I
took
guess
this one.
not, then.
You can save it for the next time. But yeah, you guys are gonna have multiple days journey, so you have multiple chances. First one, you said 16?
18.
18. The day greets you well. The sun is out, not beating down too heatily. The winds of the motions of the boat skips a nice cool breeze. You see dolphins are able to dance out of the water in the distance. Some of the crew are able to catch some fish for later. Leviathan bringing the boats in clear waters across the seas, heading northward around this dome-like structure. The day will go without a hitch. Is there any conversations your group wishes to have for this day?
I think Sandra would go try speaking to Delphi.
Okay.
And Timothy is gonna stay where he's at.
As Sanjuro heads to look for Delphi, throughout the day, is Delphi just staying in her room?
Yeah, she's no, I'm here. Yeah, she's just sitting in her room with the book and some of that jerky that she had taken, and some other books from the library too. Sitting on, surrounding herself with books and reading.
All right. As there is a sudden knock on your door.
Delphi will just say,
Bless you.
Sorry.
bless you. Delphi will just say, come in, and just stay where she is, sitting on her bed.
Sandra opens the door, and I produce the scroll, and I kind of hold it towards her, and I'll say, I need help with this. I need you to identify what this is. And it would be the scroll that I got from the deal.
Deal?
Well, no, I don't say that on.
Yeah.
That was above
Oh.
table. What this scroll
okay.
that it was. I just need help
Oh.
identifying what it is and what it does.
Okay, well, Delphi's gonna hold out her hand for you to come bring it to her.
Alright, and I hand it over.
Okay.
Is this gonna take long, or should I wait here or leave you here?
Do you cast as a
what-
ritual or a spell?
So what are you wanting me to tell you?
I need to know about it. What does it do?
Delphi looks at the scroll. I don't know what it is. Can you describe the scroll to me?
I haven't really looked at it. What was it in? I don't remember. It was in a language I didn't know. All
Is
of it, right?
It was in a language you did not know.
I accidentally just rolled. I didn't mean.
What languages do you speak, Delphi?
Common and Sylvan.
This is a language you currently do not understand.
Okay. Hold on. I'm trying. I'm gonna cast Comprehend Language.
Haha.
This is one charge. What is this? Oh, it's from my Staff of Charming. Wait, but do I just? I know I have it with.
Yeah, it comes with the staff, but if you already have the spell on the side, you can just choose the spell.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna cast the spells then.
As you cast the spell, Comprehend Languages. Looking back at the scroll. It is written in Abyssal.
Okay, it says it takes about 1 minute to read a page of text. But I can read and I can understand any written language I can see, but I have to be touching the surface of the words, which I am.
Yep.
So,
As you take your time, thanks to the help of comprehend language, reading through the scroll, in this abyssal and infernal-like script, you get the essence of a type of intensified defensive spell. A protective spell against dragons.
okay. Delphi looks up and says the scroll is supposed to protect against dragon.
Is that all it does?
According to the script, that's what she was able to make out from it without actually casting Identify on it.
I mean, I have Identify also. If you want to know more, it'll take me some time, but I can try
That's
to figure out. Okay. So, Identify is a ritual spell.
You will spend the next 10 minutes using your arcane knowledge powers to unweave the mystery that the spell holds. And after those 10 minutes pass, what you learn is that this scroll in particular is made to defend itself and its users against platinum dragons, those of radiant energy and influence. But it is also cursed, that if anyone who is imbued with this spell not only has protections from the platinum family, but if they were able to come in contact with any platinum dragons themselves, would then curse the dragon.
Before Delphi tells him what it does, she's just gonna start asking some questions.
No,
where,
wait, come on.
where did you get the scroll?
From a friend. I say, Bugs. How would I describe this relationship? Let's say I just be honest, and I'll tell her about the deal I made. More than it's just to protect us, you know. I saw what happened, what went down in the casino, and if anything untoward happens, I would prefer something. We have some sort of backup plan, but it doesn't seem we might not have to use it. I don't know. Sandra awkwardly kind of scratches his head.
Wait, did you tell me who you made the deal with?
No. Well, yes.
You do tell her.
Yeah.
Yeah, he tells you that he made the deal with Vinny Thornbush, the one of the forest leaders of the Old Ones.
You shouldn't use this, unless we're fighting the platinum dragons, because if you use this, to defend. It's a defense scroll against. So I don't know why they were. They're not. But if you use this, it's got protections, but also a curse stuck to it, and it'll curse them. So I mean, like, I guess if they're hostile, it'll be good, but they're not. They're not hostile.
Then we'll have nothing to worry about.
No,
And there will be no need to use it.
Delphi's gonna like kind of like tighten her grip around the scroll. We've only just met not too long ago, and our group has had trouble with someone betraying us before. And I know this is yours, and I don't expect you to just hand it over, but I don't exactly feel comfortable just giving it back to you without some sort of trust being established.
Well, you're a deal maker, aren't you? Isn't your mother the bigwig?
Yeah, but I don't really make deals too often.
Well, this will be a chance. Easiest way to gain your trust, I suppose. My life and not using the scroll without good reason.
I wouldn't put your life on it. I don't
I
want
would.
to.
This is the
Yeah.
simplest solution.
There's other punishments to breaking trust than someone's life. I don't really want to make deals over someone's life. That just, it doesn't feel like that's a dark road that I don't want to go down. If you use this scroll with harmful intentions to betray our group and to betray the kingdom, and out of intentions that are not purely defending yourself, you shall be you will. But what is the word I'm looking for? This is above table. Hold on. You will be forced to turn yourself over to the city for treason against the royal family. Sound fair?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. We got a shake on it, I think.
As Delphi comes up with these terms and holds out her hand, a very peaceful glow of arcane nature grows around. What coloration would your magic present in this moment, Delphi?
Pink.
A nice calm pink energy glows around her hand as you see the essence of a living, bright, and plentiful tree appears at the base of her palm.
She holding on. Are you extending your hand?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. I reach out.
As you clasp
Shake on it.
on a mutual understanding. Delphi, the first time you have made a deal, you feel a spell slot.
Technically, this is the second time I've made a deal, but it's the first time the deal has been established between me and the other person.
Yes. Are you referring to the one with Rodissance?
No, I have a deal. See, I knew you did forget about it.
Which one?
Okay, I shouldn't say anything. The one with the Empress. I have a deal set
that
on
one.
her.
That one, yeah, that one is set. That one is set. But that one was hidden. No one knows that.
Right,
one.
I
Completely forgot
This
about
one
that.
is visible. This one has a mutual understandable bind. So, I would like to ask, what level spell slot would you like to use?
I don't really understand spell slot levels, if I'm completely honest.
Usually the higher the spell slot, the more intense the magic is, especially for casting low-level spells at a higher spell slot level. So in this particular case, you were learning how to amplify the importance of this deal. I'm simply asking, out of the level of spell slots you have between a level 1, 2, 3, and 4, and however many you have, what level are you binding this deal to?
I only have 3rd level spell slots.
Oh, then do you use your max of a 3rd level spell slot, or do you use a simple 2 or 1?
I feel like it's important. So we'll use a 3rd level. Do I have to check it off?
Yes, just mark off a 3rd level spell slot for this deal.
Wait, so my deal fee makes me use spell slots?
This one in particular, because this is there's a common effect that I'm going to be sharing with you later. There is the hidden
Okay.
effects that you did prior.
Okay. I don't understand, but
Yeah, because you've never really delved into the deal aspects of things, but you're learning. The more you do, the more you'll understand.
okay. Can I make a deal with you as a DM to give me back my book?
I feel bad. It's
Why'd
important.
you take...
It's important to the story, I promise. And plus, that's how the book was made.
Oh.
That rolling out of a D12, if you roll a 12, it was intended to release the entity within.
That is not what you told me.
For the D12?
The last time we discussed, you said that I would get the deck of cards. That's all I knew.
That's all I told you.
Go away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you got your deck of cards.
I didn't know it would be with this
He didn't-
sacrifice.
He didn't lie to
It's
you,
not
he
a-
just admitted the truth.
I held back, yes, story details. Okay, so we're talking above table now. I guess we'll take a quick break for above story talk. So yes, above story, the D12 system was on a 12, you would get the magical item, the mythical magical item of the deck of many things. But that would release the person who was entrapped inside the book. He is not dead.
He's not dead.
He has been released from his prison.
But he is my friend.
You wanted to have him keep him imprisoned?
Okay, no, I can be happy that he's released and all sad that I lost my friend. All in the same. It's not
Yes.
exclusive feelings, okay?
That is
She
true.
could have found her own way to release him from it, is what I would like to think that Sass was looking
Yes.
forward to.
That
Well,
is
if you're
true.
taking, if you're all taking my
losing
suggestion
him
of don't use the
this
goddamn
way.
book, you could have done that.
Okay,
Now,
well.
couldn't you?
Let me tell you from a DM's perspective. This magic item that I created, because it's a homebrew item, was intended that on the 12 roll you would receive something significant, but the book would no longer be. It was a give and take. That was always the intention. It has not changed at all. It's just always been the intention that I have kept secret from everyone. So no one knew about it. No one. If Luna was like, "Well, I don't want the deck anymore. I want to keep the book," it was always the plan. If she didn't roll the D12, if someone else rolled the 12, same effect would have happened. They would have gotten the same item. It was always part of the plan.
I understand that. It doesn't make me less sad.
Fair.
I remember the good times when the book was still here.
I remember the good times when the book was not here.
I'm trying to write down things, but my brain's going at 1,000 miles per hour. Wow.
I just feel more and more vindicated as the book has done more things.
Oh, the book is gone, and all I got was a stupid sword. What a world.
The book is gone, and all I got was a forced race change.
This is more of a
So-
this is more of a forced polymorph change, but we'll leave that alone.
I'm so sorry. I thought it was gonna be a good one for you.
Oh dear.
It was a good one for Kojiro. He got a fancy sword.
Because I rolled good.
You
Hank.
yeah.
No, Umbra picked good for you.
It's true.
Tried to pick good for you too. Okay, tell me I'm wrong. The wild for a ranger,
The wildlife, yeah, for a ranger.
the wildlife for a ranger. I thought you were gonna get a pet or turn into like a werewolf. I didn't think you'd turn into a rhinoceros.
Those are two very extreme differences.
Hey, rhinoceros. Have you tried turning back, Valindra?
Okay,
That's a good question.
I have caught up.
Have you tried turning back? I think he's tried turning back.
I tried to turn back.
As you spend your morning trying to revert back to your other self, other fish folk just look at you and think, "Oh, she's constipated. She needs to go, but she has nowhere to go."
She's constipated. Shoot.
All right,
Oh, poor Valindra.
bringing it back in. As the deal is made, the handshake is given. Sanjiro, familiar in sights, for this is not your first, but still different in form. You see the essence of a tree glow, fully bright and beautiful, and the pinkish, slight tattooish texture that is on your hand for a split second before it fades into nothing on your skin. Ever present, and you feel it's there, but hidden from others.
I give her a smile and I extend my hand. Can I have my scroll back now?
Duffy hands it over to him.
And as I'm tucking it away, I say to her, "Besides, little fairy, I've been hired to protect you and your friends. Make sure you all get around the outside just a-okay. I believe you called him Moose, so I am nothing if not a man of my word."
Duffy kind of glares at him. Don't call me little fairy. And she kind of smooths down her dress robe, and she's like, "I'm a princess, you know. You could be nicer."
You could be meaner.
You're not there.
I know.
Yes, my bad. I don't know. It's It's been a pleasure to visit us, and I'll leave.
As you
Saunter off.
turn and leave, closing the door behind you and sauntering down the hall. Is there any other conversations or talking people want to do for the day? With either
Yes.
each other or for NPCs? Yes. Una.
I think Una's gonna spend a little bit of time. It's gonna take her a while to get out of bed. She feels real guilty. Guilt isn't something she's super familiar with, so when she experiences it, it's real heavy for her. So she's gonna kind of lay down and think some more, and then she's gonna kind of wander around the ship a little bit. And when she sees that Delphi hasn't left her room, she's gonna bring her some fruit and food, and knock on the door and kind of peek in a little bit.
As you gather your supplies for the morning, it'll be a custom item, Kojiro.
All right.
But gather supplies, meal. And as Sojiro is on a separate section of the ship, a later date, Una, you go down, collect the fruits, knock on Delphi's door.
You're so popular today, Delphi.
Okay, Nate works tomorrow, and he's coming to lay down, so I have to meet the other take 5, please?
Yeah, we'll take a quick
It's to
break.
move your computer.
Yep, we'll take a quick break in the meantime.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
You're all good.
How dare you?
Wow. Well, what conversations would you guys like to have that I cannot spoil anything, but still give info, have a good time, relax?
Can I just, draw 6 cards?
No.
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 You don't even.
Can I try?
No.
Not your,
I
first of
know.
all, not your deck. Second of all, God, no.
No.
I just want to try sending another message to Theo.
Okay. I'll say using the sending stones. It is a next to impossible task when you're beyond the fog walls. There's a magical barrier. Go ahead and roll another percentile.
Do we need to queue up Huey Lewis' The Power of Love?
Ooh, that one did better. I got a 9 on my first one.
Okay.
And I got a 90 for my other one.
So a 99. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll let you know now. Any communications you have between the stones, because it's not just your stone, it's also the connection between Una and not Valerie, Brain, fix yourself.
Elian.
Elian. Yes. The magic dome that was put around this place was meant to keep it hidden and protect it from all scrying and insights on this place, to keep the people safe. Your sending stones aren't as powerful as that, so any conversations you will have will be broken. But basically, if you're able to get above the 80 percentile, a message, a semblance of a message, can get across. But it'd be the equivalent of the "Can you hear me now" commercial, but you never hear the other end of the conversation.
I don't care.
I don't care. I didn't say.
I just want to send him a message.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you are able to send messages over. Those messages
it's
that
gonna be the same thing that I tried doing earlier.
Okay. You send the message over to him. He will, as far as you know, he might receive it. There's just no verbal response back.
Okay. I just wanted to send in the message. That's all.
100% fair. And the reason why we're not doing fun pulls of the deck of many things is because you guys don't know what all of them do, and I'd rather not just spoil which ones do what until they are actually drawn.
I was literally waiting to hear PTK.
Yeah.
Immediately.
It's not quite that bad usually.
Okay, buddy.
Keyword there was usually. We have 21 more cards to go through.
Stories.
We have 21 more cards to go through.
Stories.
Yeah.
I'll be okay for now.
Yeah, you said your first
Uh-huh.
card you drew for your set was Justice?
Yeah. Well, mine. To be fair, mine is a tarot deck.
Yeah, you're.
No, mine's
They're
the
using the
specific-
major arcana from a tarot deck.
Yeah, mine is the actual deck of many things. From the actual
Yeah, and mine was judgment, not justice.
judgments.
Yeah.
Because I think I saw one. Oh, we're rated. Who were we rated by? A lesbian friend. Hi!
Lesby!
Lesby! How's it going?
Wesby.
How's
Wesby
it
was in
going,
my
everyone?
Stewie mobile, yeah.
We're playing,
I don't know why I toned into baby voice.
And
Help.
yeah, right now we're playing Platinum Star City, Dungeons and Dragons. Welcome all 7 viewers. Our adventurers are now beyond a barrier fog that protects their city, and they're getting ready to go to do diplomatic things. They still have about 4 days. Wait, sorry. They have a 4 days journey before they get to the location they need to go. But they have a total of 9 days before the actual meeting is, so they can spend their day or two in certain locations, depending on where they want to visit. Or hunt down. It's up in the air, really.
I am back. I'm opening up your stream again. I just got all the other stuff back open.
Yay. I'm
Oh,
glad a lot of your friends enjoy D&D, Lesby. On top of that, one of our players collected a deck of many things at the cost of freeing a book, but nonetheless, I'm able to enjoy now using my deck of many things, which has a constellation like frame to it. So they're all constellation based with cool constellation art. The first one that was pulled was Vizier, a nice little crystal ball, nice little moon and golden outlays in the back, and then Vizier.
I am free
is
from the
card.
goddamn book.
So yeah, makes it super entertaining. I tried. To be fair, I'm a good narrator into a sense, but it's the players that stump me is what makes it very entertaining. Like when one of my players randomly transforms into a rhino on a boat.
My bad.
Nah, it's pretty funny.
It is funny.
Not for me.
Nah.
Yeah,
It's still funny.
Is Valinda
That's kind of what makes it funny.
Is Valinda seriously stuck as a rhino for forever?
We will find out. You don't
Who knows?
know.
I'm sorry.
I want to draw the fucking moon.
You just use your hoof to like dig into the boat and just draw a moon. That's great. All right.
No.
Oh.
That's from the deck. The moon.
Oh, you want to draw the moon card? Oh, well, who knows? I will alert. Played horror games. Need to breathe. Understandable. Take a breath. I would be terrified. With that in mind, Delphi's back. Delphi, as you were here and you hear a knock on your door. Again.
Yeah, another one. Even though it's her room too.
She's being polite.
Mm-hmm.
It feels guilty and like maybe she's not super welcome.
Mm-hmm. Delphi says, "Come in."
You know, we'll kind of like peek in and then come in with a plate of food.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I'm sorry about the book, Delphi.
I mean, it's probably for the best. It just sucks. I feel like I lost my friend and I didn't get to say goodbye.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
Still, it's a crappy, well, somewhat crappy. It seems like maybe he's free, but it's still crappy that you didn't get to say goodbye.
Yeah.
Well, I won't bother you further, but here's some food. I brought fruit.
Thank you. It's not a bother if you're in here. I'm just reading.
Okay.
Doing what I normally do.
Yeah, I should probably try and figure out if we can turn poor Valendra back into an elf.
Do you think it counts as a curse?
We can try that.
Mm-hmm. Well, what? I mean,
Can you...
hold on.
You have that spell that identifies it. Can you identify Valendra? Would that work? Or can we
Yeah, I can.
use our magic to examine her and see
Um,
if it...
yeah, I can see what spell is. What is, affecting her. We have to go up there and talk to her, though.
Okay. Well, I'm ready if you are, or we can wait for a little bit.
No, we can go. Delphi puts the book. She leaves all the library books on her bed, but she puts the book into her bag.
Okay.
And then goes upstairs.
As you fly and Una follows, you guys go to the top floor of the deck where the massive rhino is probably in a, I assume, like a pouty-like mood, laying on the deck of the ship.
Yeah, pretty much just staring out into sea.
Yeah.
Hey, Valendra.
What do you want?
I'm sorry.
Valendra,
Yes.
I know that you've had some stuff casted on you recently, and you're probably tired of things being cast on you. But can I cast a spell on you to try to see what is causing this?
Villager gives a tilts her head, gives a side eye, and just a very tiny nod.
Okay. I'm gonna have to just cast a spell and just touch you. I do it. So she reaches over and touches where I guess the shoulder of Valendra is.
A massive, form
And just
of. All right, you cast Identify.
Does that work on people?
it says if you instead touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
Okay, I completely skipped the very bottom of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
As you cast Identify. Oh yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Oh, I was just gonna say, I feel like if it's an object, I can maybe learn more, but if it's a person, you can still learn.
As you cast Identify on this animalistic form of Valendra, you find that she is indeed imbued with a spell. A somewhat playful curse. And almost like a weird storybook. And you learn that this transmutation spell works as such. For the duration of a day, the reader will wild shape into an animal of their class, and can't change back unless someone casts Remove Curse or Polymorph.
But it only
If only
lasts
we
a
had
day.
either of those
It only
two.
lasts a day.
Okay. Well, it's a curse. It's kind of like a prank curse, I guess you could say. You just will be like this for a day unless someone removes the curse from you. So, if you would like, I could again remove the curse from you. I did it once before. I'll do it again. You need to stop getting cursed, preferably.
Valendra's shoulders just kind of rise up and down as a chuckle. How long has it been?
You got cursed near 10 o'clock at night. You have to wait till 10 o'clock tonight for it to no longer be effective. And you guys are barely morning, maybe a few hours to afternoon.
Have we rolled for today?
Well, you got an 18. Seems like a clear day. Skies are clear. Sun's out.
You're welcome.
Valendra's shoulders will just drop, and if it's only for another 16 hours, I can deal with it, unless there's an emergency and we have to go to battle.
But I feel like it doesn't matter, because if there's an emergency we have to go to battle and I use it anyways, then what? It doesn't matter.
Hold on, I have an idea. I'm a druid. I can cast Wild Shape. Can I? If I use my magic real smart, you think I could cast Wild Shape or use Wild Shape to unwild shape Valendra?
I don't think you can wild shape other
That would
people.
that would be something.
Beside, I was hit with polymorph, basically.
Yeah, I was about to say that would be something that would work. Maybe I would challenge if it was wild shape. They were polymorph in a sense.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
But is your concern the like my energy for using spells? Because if we need to fight and you want me to change it back, I still use that energy. And then if we don't need to fight anything and I change you back, then tonight when we sleep, I'll have energy again tomorrow. It'll be fine. Is that what?
Please change me back.
You see Riptide
Okay.
like lean over the Leviathan. I think she's just asking, would you want to be a beast for a day or turn back now?
Please turn me back.
Okay. I'm gonna cast remove curse on Valencia.
Alright, as you...
Because either way, it doesn't matter. I use
Yeah,
a
it's
spell.
just if
Like,
you
I would
wanna-
use a spell
It's just
slot.
if you want to spend the day in the life of an animal or revert
No.
back. Alright, so as you cast remove curse, Delphi's magic builds up and disenchants the curse. The bestial form calmly reverts back. The armor grows, the hair replaced, a new beautiful as Valinja reverts back to her natural form.
Yay. Villager will immediately scoop Delphi into a hug and thank you.
You're welcome. You have to be the one to save everyone, apparently. She kind of laughs.
Oh, you're the main character and all.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the one with plot armor.
Main character? You see Riptide look over.
Just a joke, an inside joke.
Yeah, I kind of laugh and just kind of like give a awkward wave up to Riptide. Hey.
He like nervously waves back, but still excited to see your fairy form.
Delphi, she's decided that she's gonna go sit at the front of the ship.
As you fly up to the front of the ship where the Leviathan is pulling the below hull, being a guide for the ship's course. Riptide on top looks over to you and will gladly and as elegantly as a fangirl can ask you a bunch of questions, Fae related, about yourself and or where you come from.
Delphi will answer all of them to the best of her ability.
If that's the case, she will gladly hop off the Leviathan, sit on the edge of the ship, and be close beside, having a casual conversation. Does anyone do anything else for this day?
Nope, just chilling.
Nope.
Alright. As everyone relaxes, Valinja no longer a giant beast, able to enjoy her weapons and ring and magic items galore, everyone relaxing, stories being told, lunch and dinner had, fish and chips, other stuff, whatever's enjoyable. The night comes to you all. I would like someone to roll for the night.
Oh no. I'll do it.
I can roll.
Okay,
I thought Kojiro was gonna roll.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, no, you're right. Code, you were just say they were gonna roll.
alright. Roll a d12, or d20 you mean?
Oh, okay. 13.
Okay.
That's good.
That is a number.
That is a number.
Something.
As the night sky begins to grow closer, the sun getting ready to set once again on the horizon, you all head off to your individual rooms. Riptide will then...
Timothy's staying up deck
Riptide will
for a little longer.
rest on top of her Leviathan as she has done before. Each heading into your own domiciles for the night. As the sun leaves and the moon freshly approaches. I would like those if you wish, make a perception check for the night.
I will.
Okay. I will also shoot.
I gotta
Ah.
find each one. Hold on.
Well,
Uh,
19.
Got a 17.
20. Not Nat.
you said perception check or save?
Check.
Perception check.
13.
I got a 13 as well.
Okay.
I got a 10.
I got a dirty 20.
Very nice.
I see all.
Sanjiro,
I got-
just falling fastly asleep. Valinder, what'd you get?
I got a 19.
19? Yeah.
Wait, am I back in my room now?
Oh, yes, this is where the moon is high, so wherever you find yourself in your nightly sleep attire, essentially.
Okay. Umbi, are you in the room again with me tonight?
No.
Okay.
You're in respective rooms as the moon is now in the sky. Not late nights, but definitely a few hour or two, probably roughly around 11. As the clouds begin to slightly grow, the moon pushing past very small blankets and spots. Those that got a 12 or higher hears distant calls in beautiful, soothing voices, echoing out distantly, ringing throughout the ship peacefully. Much like as a reference, a very beautiful call, like in the... Now I forgot the movie's name. Frozen 2. That just distant, beautiful array of almost
Yes.
alluring voice singing out into the night.
Oh god.
You assume I've seen Frozen 2?
I have seen Frozen
You
2.
absolutely should have. It's a good movie.
It requires me to sit down and watch it, though.
Okay, we're adding.
I
we're
like it
adding.
a lot more than the first one.
We're adding the Frozen movies to our watch list.
I've seen one. I haven't seen two.
Then we're watching
Hey.
2.
Did you say for the people to hear it, it has to be a 19 or higher?
12 or higher.
12.
Oh, so we do hear it. I do hear it.
The only
I got
one
my
who's, like,
listening
fast,
ears on.
Yeah, the only one who's fast asleep is Sanjiro. And you got a 10. As the voices call out, gentle as they are, there is then a counter voice, not disrupting, but dancing on top of it, taking priority over. Is anyone on the deck of the ship currently, or is everyone in their rooms?
No.
I'm
eating.
on the sails still. I never left.
Okay.
I do have a feeling something terrible is going to happen.
Valindra, are you in your room?
Honestly, I don't know where my room is, so I'll probably just be on the deck.
Okay.
You were sleeping in the hammocks. Talk had you sleeping in the worker hammocks.
with Sanjiro probably before.
Yeah.
As you and Timothy are on the deck of the ship, from your guys' perspective, from y'all's perspective, there are distant calls from the ocean further out. You're able to make out small rock cliffs, almost like jagged teeth protruding from the ocean. And as these calls echo out alluringly, you then see Riptide stand on top of the Leviathan, turn towards them and begin to give a call and response. More elegant, beautiful, and you even see an arcane glow of cyan blue almost seems to leave her vocal cords and dance in counteractive enchantments. And as such, the voices of the distance die out. After a while, you see Riptide once again look back to you as you were in your fairy form, give a very gentle smile, and you feel that whatever conflicts could have arose was barely held off at bay due to your escort.
Okay. Timothy's gonna, nod his head at her.
The smile grows, slight blushing, before she looks forward once again on top of Leviathan as it continues to sail through. The night goes without a hitch. If you use spell slots, get those back, take a long rest. And someone go ahead and roll for the second day as you are beginning to approach and see distant lands. The air is getting colder. Clouds more thick and vibrant as whoever steps out on deck first for the morning will begin to see the gentle beginnings of snowfall.
Does nobody want to roll?
I said I would.
Durant, roll me a d20.
It's a 5.
Would you like to use your inspiration and or luck?
Why are you saying that?
I'm just giving you options, man.
I don't believe you. I'll use the luck.
Okay. Go ahead and reroll.
Now I'm already rerolling, but was it something terrible?
It wasn't good.
Oh, jeez.
Don't
11.
roll 5 again.
I kind of wanted to roll a 5 again. I'm curious now.
Jesus
All right.
Christ.
After using your luck, you got an 11 now. With an 11, that's slow, gentle snowfall. Within the hour, everyone is awoken to a new chill that hits the boat.
God damn it.
As heavy winds begin to pick up, the sails are pulled and strapped as Leviathan now is the only thing pushing the boat towards the shores. And as you guys awaken, you feel the need to adorn a lot thicker layers. As very quickly, the deck of the ship will be given a small blanket of snow that the workers are trying their best to keep off the ship. The skies are completely covered in clouds as the snowfall begins to transition into a somewhat semi-blizzard-like state. As Riptide's voice echoes throughout the ship. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Northern Plains, ruled by the Celestial Old One, Dizerafiel. And that is where we're going to end today's session.
What? An hour before we usually do?
About an hour.
Wow.
Just means that we can watch more movies tonight.
Wow. That is one way of looking at it, sure.
If we even do movies, though.
So yeah, a lot has...
I'm playing Dead Round.
Yeah. A lot has happened. Unfortunately... I say unfortunately with the idea I don't like making you guys feel sad. Sorry.
I'm sorry for crying. I'm
No,
just
it's not your fault.
emotional.
Yeah, I know. It's not your fault. It's just that I'm also very empathetic? Empathetic. I feel
Both of
what my
those
players feel.
Both of those words work.
Yeah. And so it's just like, it's such a good story, but yes, the original
Hey.
thing is that he is free, and now he is returned to do what he wants, but he left a little parting gift with the arcane magic left, and that is now his own creation, the first time ever introduced to this world, the Deck of Many Things. So don't lose that, Una. Please.
If it makes you,
Oh, I
if it makes
won't.
you, if it makes you feel better, I'm happy because
I know.
I know you're not, but I am.
I'm also not
I'm-
happy.
There's no more voices in my
I
head.
am gonna. I hope you all know Delphi is going to find him somehow, some way.
Yeah, no, I'm
You're
We're gonna be
sure
friends.
you will certainly try, but
Timothy would love to go
At least
with
he
you.
will no longer be a floating voice in your head. You'll, if you're lucky, you might be able to meet him in person. Yeah. But
I
nonetheless,
want my friend.
yeah.
you
Now
can
we
go.
get
You
to-
can go enjoy your cursed friend.
Now I get to play with my beautiful cards. They're so cool. They have like a whole shining outline of celestial stars, and they all have the same top textures, but the actual art for the faces, I'm not going to show them because I don't want to give them away what they are and what they do yet, but they are absolutely exquisite. It was a fabulous purchase I made for this Deck of Many Things. But yeah, the fact that your first card, Una, is Vizier, I have to now answer any one question during any of your meditative states, that can go a long way.
Is it one question total, or
It is-
one question every time I go into a meditative state?
No,
it
one
is
question.
One question that I will answer truthfully, wholly.
You
Okay.
never got to destroy the universe with that
But
question.
you will only have 1 year to use it, which honestly, you're probably gonna use it within the next, especially during, could be during the meeting of the old ones, could be before, it could be whenever. But I feel like you're gonna be using. I don't have to worry about that year time, which was just surprising
no.
to see that it had a year time.
I have thoughts on what question I want to ask.
Yeah, and then I will have to give you a divine answer truthfully. So this will be interesting.
Josh, I sent you a
question?
DM.
Yes, Sanjiro, as I look for this question.
It was before you sent
No, I
it.
said what question, Umbra?
I'm not telling you yet. I'm saving it in case
What?
I don't get to use it.
But where'd you put the
Oh.
question?
It was before you sent me the link.
Oh, if you pull that one in particular, I will say it now as the ending of episode 35. I guess I'll count it as a level up.
Okay.
Oh,
Wait, we all level up? We get to level up now?
Not now.
No, that's in response to my question.
It's in response to his question. You guys are close
Can we
to
level up?
leveling up. You are close.
oh.
You're not
Probably once
there.
we get to the city or something like that.
You are advancing the story greatly. You got delayed. I say delayed. You are getting complications due to this upcoming storm, but you are still on time, if not ahead. You're doing fine.
Dibs on
You
rolling
already
next
lost
day.
the book. What else do you want, man?
Well, nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Platinum Star City, as an emotional roller coaster as it was. We're learning things. We completed some objectives. And now we are on the shoreline of the northern coast, the Winter Wonderland, and frozen tundra. I've given this place a name. Just gotta remember what it was. The Frozen Kingdom. I'm very original, don't worry about me. Under the domain of the celestial old one, Azeraphil. What this will entail in the future, we don't know. But be here on the 21st to be able to set foot on this snowy place and enjoy whatever's to come ahead.
Are you sure you didn't call it Arendelle?
No, but that name does sound familiar. Which anime are you referring to?
Frozen.
Frozen.
Oh! Oh,
Anime.
sorry, which show?
Frozen is an anime.
I guess
Animation.
technically yes.
Yes, so you're
It's
not
a
wrong.
Western anime.
If you're
Yeah.
going by the definition of anime in Japan, yes, you're correct. If you're going by the Americans' definition, you're wrong.
I claim to know neither.
We will not get into this conversation. It's stupid.
Not on stream.
I have gotten onto this argument before. No, thank you.
The
Correct.
bandwagon
That is the correct answer. You just know.
is the roller. In the meantime, I hope y'all have a good one, and we will see y'all in the next episode. Have a good night.
Good.